Today I fucked up by using my thong as a hair tie. So this was actually the other day, but I was getting ready to have a shower as you do, but I wasn't gonna wash my hair cause I washed it the day prior. I didn't have a hair tie and couldn't find one, so I used a thong. A clean one from my room to tie up my hair, and by the time I got out the shower I forgot about it and just decided to keep my hair up for the day. So bad part is me and my friend were out shopping and it got really windy and she asked me for a hair tie. I didn't have a spare but said she could have mine, so I took it out of my hair and put it in her hand. As she says, "What the fuck is that?" and we just stare at each other while I remember that I tied up my hair with a thong. I manically explained why I had tied my hair with a thong and she just laughed at me and told all our friends what I did. She's not letting me live it down. Too long did not read. Forgot I used a thong to tie up my hair and gave it to my friend without realizing. Assert your dominance, ask for hers next, tongue out. This is fucking hilarious, to be honest. Totally some dumb ass shit I would do. Not a fuck up at all. I used my wife's clean one as a joke. Forgot about it. She recognized it at dinner with her friends and called me out. Nurses are the worst at letting things go. 5 years later I'm still known as Thong Boy. If it looks stupid but works, then it ain't stupid. Always remember, improvise, adapt, overcome. Plus you never know when you might need spare underwear, so person shrugging. The kind of girl that would give you the shirt off her back, or thong out of her hair, face holding back tears. I can see why you'd get your knickers in a twist over that. Today I fucked up by not reading the label on a bag of candy. I work in healthcare and we'll often get drug reps that bring in food to us. A couple weeks back a representative brought a bunch of fruit and snacks from Erewhon. Among the stash were these vitamin C pops from a brand called Yum Earth. I grabbed some here and there, mainly to wake myself up during my shifts as I deal with chronic fatigue. No biggie. 2 days ago I was shopping at my local TJ Maxx and in the checkout aisle I found these pops again. I really enjoyed them the first time, so I figured I'd try them again. Now's a good time to mention I have memory issues and will sometimes eat an entire bag of snacks without realizing. I completely forgot the vitamin C written in bold just beneath the brand logo. This morning I woke up about 20 minutes before my alarm, which is already annoying as is. Pair that with some horrific symptoms of vitamin C toxicity and you've got me pissed off beyond belief. I thought this was food poisoning or something, but my family doesn't keep a lot of food in the house, so it definitely wasn't that. Then I remembered that I ate a shit ton of those vitamin C pops. I'm an EMT and they never taught me this in my school, but vitamin C can give you the runs real bad. Looking at the package just now, one pop has about 125 milligrams of vitamin C. That's 140% of the daily amount needed. Not paying attention to my portions, I ended up taking 30 of these bad boys over the past 2 days. Quick multiplication, and that's almost 4,000 milligrams, which is 50 times the daily recommended dose. Thankfully it's water soluble, so I'll be chugging as much as I can to get it out of my system. Too long did not read. Be careful with your portion sizes or you'll end up stuck to the toilet. I've done that before with vitamin C, cough drops, that I didn't realize were just vitamin C drops instead of cough drops. Anyway, I had some regrets and now I'm very careful about vitamin C drops and sugar-free cough drops. What's the opposite of scurvy? I learned as a kid not to eat too many oranges at once due to this sad face. They were such tasty oranges. Was hoping this was a sugar-free gummy bear review. To be fair, if you're going to take 50x the recommended dose of something, the runs is probably the best you can hope for in most cases. But yeah, that still doesn't sound fun. I thought you were going to say they were sugar-free. Same result though, lol. Today I fucked up and ruined a surprise for my wife, Tifu, by trying to be thoughtful. So my wife's birthday is tomorrow, May 1st. She was out of town on a business trip, so I thought I'd be nice and as an extra birthday gift, clean up our standing shower. It's old and I haven't really redone the caulk and grout work, so I figured it'd be a nice, quick, thoughtful gift. So this morning, while taking the glass door off to clean it, reapply the bottom water thing, it decided to explode into thousands of tiny glass bombs. Fortunately I wasn't cut, but I was left with a huge mess, and now our shower has no door. Just initial estimates for a replacement door are around $1,000. JFC. So thank you to whoever thought a glass bomb was a good idea to put where are people taking showers. The next time I even think about doing some work around the house, I'll remember this day. Too long did not read. Tried to be nice, ended up having a shower door explode in my hands while moving it. Immense regret. Estimates for a new one are around $1,000. The glass bomb. 1. Knew this was going bad when you called it the bottom water thing. 2. The glass is supposed to do that so it doesn't break into shards, potentially causing serious injury. 3. This is probably karma for thinking that regrouting the bath was a good birthday gift for your wife. Gif, Giphy, 6 IRKRFBUAY2KW. Tempered glass and tiles do not mix. This is like a perpetual meme over on ARC PC Master Race with people opening their PC side panels over tile floors or countertops. Hope the wife likes her brand new shower curtain intention rod sparkling heart sparkling heart. I just need reassurance that you had another gift planned. Oh, I know this one. I've ruined my PC case. You can't set tempered glass on natural rock, your tile, because there are micro edges on the rock that create micro fractures in the glass when they touch. Then if you apply any pressure at all, it shatters. Today I fucked up by eating the 4 Horsemen Burger Challenge from Man vs. Food. This is a bit of a long read, but just bear with me. This didn't happen today, but it happened during my college days. Enjoy my misery. Back around 08-09, I enjoyed watching Man vs. Food. One of the challenges that came up was eating the 4 Horsemen Burger Challenge from Chunky's Burgers in San Antonio, Texas. At the time, it was considered the spiciest burger in the world. It was a burger patty topped with 1 jalapeno, 1 serrano pepper, 1 habanero extract, and multiple ghost peppers. The peppers weren't just raw, BTW. They grilled them, which for those of you who aren't into spicy foods, grilling peppers in oil makes them a ton spicier. The challenge is you eat the burger in under 30 minutes, and you get it for free, plus a picture on the wall of fame. The kicker? After you eat the burger, you can't eat or drink anything for 5 minutes after. That's where the true challenge begins, but I was about to find out the hard way. I, of course, being the real genius that I am, decided to make the 4-hour trip with a friend to try this challenge. He wasn't trying it but wanted to watch me attempt it. I was a bit prepared and bought a small bottle of Pepto-Bismol for after the challenge as I thought it could come in handy. I reminded my friend I wanted him to record me doing the challenge with my phone so I could have proof of me doing the challenge. He recorded it all, thank goodness. We get there around 6 p.m. and I tell the cashier I'm there for the 4 Horsemen Challenge. She smiles and gets all giddy. She hands me some waivers that need to be signed. I start to get nervous now because I've never had to do something like that. The waivers were basically saying the rules of the challenge and that they're not responsible for anything that happens to me during or after I'm done with the challenge. Great, I thought. I start talking to one of the guys at the ordering counter, and I was telling them I was stoked to try the challenge because I love very spicy food and I think I might be able to handle it. The guy's telling me that it's super spicy and not many folks have been able to finish the challenge. He's telling me that eating the burger is tough, but the real killer is going 5 minutes after without any drinks or food. You can drink and eat all you want while eating the burger, but once the timer starts after you're done eating it, you can't have anything. Is what he tells me. I'm standing there looking a bit worried. I laugh it off a bit, and I tell the guy, I think I can make it. Besides, Adam from MVF had it easy. The cook only put like 3 little ghost peppers and very little of the other chilies in the sauce, and he was sweating like crazy. I'm sure I can handle that since the cook went easy on him. The dude looked at me and goes, "Oh really?" and had a shit-eating grin on his face. I laugh it off, not thinking much of it. Then, as he's going back to the kitchen, he looks me directly in the eye and says, "I was the cook that made Adam's burger. I'm going to make it extra special for you," and he has that shit-eating grin on his face again. My friend starts laughing hysterically and more so when he realizes I'm white as a ghost in the face. Mind you, I'm Hispanic as fuck and brown as can be. So when my friend saw me that white in the face, he lost his shit laughing. Yep, I knew I had royally fucked up. I wanted to beat 2 challenges while doing this. I wanted to obviously beat the challenge itself, but I also wanted to be the fastest to do it. The burger comes out, and everyone is watching. The cashier girl has her timer out and everything. I looked at this burger, and I was terrified. This MFer loaded the burger with a ton of peppers, and what I could count were about 8-10 big-ass ghost peppers. The dude was not kidding about making it special, alright. Fuck me. This is a massive burger, too, BTW. It's not some small, itty-bitty burger. This patty must have been about 1 pound of meat. With big buns too. They do a countdown, and I start blazing through the burger. I swear on my grandma's grave that the first 3 bites tasted so damn delicious. But soon after that, I start feeling the heat creeping in. And oh my god, it was the worst heat and spice I had felt ever. I said, fuck it. And I powered through. I was barely even chewing the burger and fries. I was just taking bites and swallowing them whole at this point. I had to stop to take a drink of my soda. The instant relief I felt was bliss. I took several huge gulps. After I stopped drinking, the heat just came back with a vengeance. It was like Satan himself was deep-throating the shit out of my mouth and esophagus. It was that damn bad. No joke. I take the last bite and eat it, and they stop the timer. They start another timer for the 5 minutes wait. Oh, my fucking God. It was the worst pain and misery I had ever felt in my life ever. My entire body was shaking. My mouth, lips, throat, and stomach were all burning with the intensity of a billion suns. I was sweating profusely. I was cussing out Adam for being that much of a bitch since his challenge was a million times easier than mine. At that point, I wanted to slap him if he were there. How dare he cry when he only had to eat 3 ghost peppers? And they were a fraction of the size of the ones I had to eat. And I ate about 10 of them. Fuck Adam, I kept thinking. The timer finally runs out, but it felt like an eternity. They had glasses of ice-cold milk and ice water for me after. Drinking that ice-cold milk felt like drinking the sweet, sweet nectar from the gods, for a split second. Then, the raging heat kept returning. It seemed that every time I took a sip, the heat came back even stronger than before. It felt surreal, and it was terrible. The cashier girl and the rest of the restaurant are still going nuts. I phased all of it out. That was until about 30 minutes after the challenge. I finally started feeling better, but I was still in pain. But it was manageable now. Many people were congratulating me and patting my shoulder as they left. I thanked each of them for it even though I was fucking miserable and still very much suffering. The cashier girl comes up to me super excited and is praising me and high-fiving me. She tells me that I finished the burger in 1 minute 47 seconds. Cool, I'm thinking. And I reply, wait, what was the record for fastest eaten? And she tells me it was 1 minute 35 seconds. Fuck, I missed it by about 10 seconds. She was still super excited because she had never seen someone eat that fast. She wasn't working on the day the record was made, so I was a close second, and she was good with that. She took my picture and placed it right next to Adam's on the wall of fame. She said I deserved it. I was quite proud of that. Me and my buddy decide to leave, and everyone there who was still around during my challenge all congratulated me one last time and clapped for me. We get to the car and remember that small bottle of Pepto-Bismol? Yeah, that fucker lasted me all but 2 secs. I chugged it like my life depended on it. We leave and go to a gas station just down the road to gas up and head back home. We're there about 10 minutes gassing up, talking, etc. My stomach is rumbling bad, and I could feel the heat emanating from inside my stomach. It's not good. I'm about to hurl, and I knew it. I do so right there at the pump. There was a huge puddle of pink and a ton of chunks of the burger I had eaten about 45 minutes prior. My throat is on fire again, but worse than before. It felt like I couldn't breathe with how intense it was. My buddy runs inside and asks the gas station attendant to call an ambulance. They do and arrive 5 minutes later. I hop on, and they check me. I tell them what transpired the last hour. The guys are having a blast hearing my story and telling me I'm good. They let me go and tell me not to worry about it but that I'm gonna have a rough few days when I go to the restroom. They weren't fucking kidding. A few hours down the road, I gotta stop and take a whiz. So we do. I'm at the urinal, and my buddy gets in a stall a few feet from me to do his business. I started letting it flow, and I just started screaming, what the fuck? Dude, my dick was on fire. I can't stop pissing but the entire time. It felt like Satan was shoving a blazing hot needle down my urethra. Holy shit, I'm telling my buddy all this, and he's taking a shit and laughing hysterically at my suffering. Fuck me, dude, that pain was terrible. I had never felt anything like that before. I've eaten a ton of spicy food, albeit never to this extreme. But still some very spicy stuff that even some avid spicy foodies would agree is nuts. But it still didn't even come close to the hellish heat that are ghost peppers. We get back to the car and I tell my buddy that I am suffering and my stomach cramps are unbearable. I can't drive anymore. He hops on the driver's side and we drive home. I tell him to be prepared to take me to the hospital as a last resort but for now to just get us back home. There was 3 hours left on the drive. Those 3 hours were absolute hell. I could feel every little bump and turn on the road. Everything made the stomach pain more intense. My buddy understood so he wasn't mad at my bitching or backseat driving. I was going nuts and didn't know what else to do. I think somewhere along the road close to midnight I dozed off. Likely passing out for a brief moment from the pain. I snapped out of it and realized we were home. Awesome. He goes inside to his place and I drive off to my place. I was still reeling from the pain. I get home and I pass TF out. I wake up in the morning and I have a terrible urge to go do my business. I do and again my dick is on fire like at the gas station. Then I get a nasty stomach rumble and I hurry to sit and let it all out. Oh boy how I would end up regretting that shit. Pun intended. Satan, once again, made his presence known in the form of the nastiest, hottest, heat-wise you nasty fucks. And most painful shit I have ever taken in my life. I don't know what it's like to give birth, but I'd like to think that I found out that morning. It was the most intense and painful shit I had ever taken. Mind you, again, that I've experienced painful shits due to eating spicy foods. But nothing could have ever prepared me for that monstrosity on that morning. Satan was mocking me at that point. I just knew it. I proceeded to piss and shit liquid magma for the next 3 days. The most intense and frequent being that first day. I DK what exactly happened to my insides that day, but I've never been the same since. Never had I eaten spicy food to the point that I also pissed fire until that day. And ever since that day, anytime I eat anything remotely spicy I end up pissing fire as well. It sucks ass. I may have conquered the 4 Horsemen burger in battle. But the 4 Horsemen burger won the fucking war. Too long did not read. I ate the 4 Horsemen burger challenge from Man vs. Food and it was hell. GIF, Giphy, TYQCJONJNV0FQ. Pissing fire is a superpower. GIF, Giphy, 4F gone TBLLJJC5X Reek. Way less of an interesting story than yours, but the first time I went there on a business trip as an uncultured white dude from the East Coast, I ordered the Tejas burger and fully pronounced that I got a pretty dirty look and my buddies were just shaking their heads in disappointment. 10 out of 10 burger though. That place is great. I did the 4HM burger back in 2012-ish, and a buddy of mine who had completed it gave me a few tips that seemed to help. Right before going in, like in the car, gargle and drink a bit of half and half to help coat your mouth and throat. Wear disposable gloves while eating the burger, and once done, take them off to help prevent the accidental eye or ball scratch. On the 5-minute wait, start doing push-up or planks. Basically to help keep mind off pain. And yet 3 few days afterward were worse than the eating part emo. Damn dude, permanently having to piss fire whenever you eat spicy food even now is wild.